Have you ever had the feeling that you knew what someone was going to say just before he said it? Or have you ever walked into a strange room and had the sensation that you'd been there before? Well, if you have, you've taken a small step beyond. Now watch a giant step. We're about to go beyond the gay, grinning face of the circus into the very private world of the flying Petruccios past. One night, about 5 years ago, on the high trapeze, something happened. It was a performance for which no tickets were ever sold. But one man saw it.
All right. That's okay. Now, let me see your wrists, Mario.
I can do it myself. You let her see them. Why don't you stop treating me like I was 6 years old? Please, stop worrying.
Hey, it's Papa I worry about, you know? Those wrists, they gotta catch him. Oh.
His wrists are okay. The rest of him, not so okay. Lay off.
Oh, come on. You two fighting again? It's finitela.
If Papa would just mind his own business. I give him a father's advice. He doesn't listen. That's his funeral. Carlotta. That fancy wife of his. I'm happy you didn't forget we got a show to do today.
Paul, you see Carlotta anywhere?
Yeah, right outside. She's yakking with that red-headed fellow. You know, the guy who takes care of you.
Hey, Carlotta! Come, we've got to get ready.
So, I'm ready.
In old country, women don't talk to every bum that passes in town.
Old country, old country, old country.
Take a look at the map. This is the USA. So, in the USA, they got no regard for honor, eh? No respect for family name.
Family name.
Oh, that don't mean nothing, eh?
Papa.
Please, eat your chocolates.
The amazing Petruccios are at it again.
What were you doing out there?
Check with the FBI.
Carlotta.
How many times do I have to tell you I don't hand out timetables?
Non scherzare.
Could be I married the wrong Petruccio.
Sì, guarda che ti lascio cadere, eh?
Svergognata! Svergognata!
She doesn't mean anything. She just got a crazy sense of humor. You know?
Nice crowd out front. No one sitting on their hands.
I'm not gonna stand for this no more. No more making eyes to every man that passes. No more telling of your own brother.
Papa, she was kidding.
Peace! Everybody's laughing behind our backs. Everybody's saying, poor Mario. She's gonna be a good wife, or out she goes.
Don't tell me how she goes. She's my wife.
You do like I tell you.
And don't count on it.
I hope the blood is dry by the time I have to catch you.
Mario! Brutto villano, vergognati!
Papa, he doesn't mean that.
No, he doesn't mean it. He lost his temper, that's all. Like you, Gino. Come on, vieni, preparati. Come on, don't think about it. Come on.
I must ask for complete silence as the flying Petruccios attempt their death-defying feat, which has made them the toast of 7 continents. you will notice they are removing the safety net from the center ring. And now may I call your attention to the platform 80 feet above, where Signor Gino Petruzio is about ready for his plunge into space. Across the ring, his son, Mario, will attempt to catch him. Again, I ask for silence. They are about ready, so I must implore every one of you to remain absolutely silent.
Papa, Mario didn't mean that. How is he?
Well, he's going to live.
Oh, sia lodato il Dio.
Niente, grazie.
Oh, thank you, Dante.
Not yet.
Thank you.
Not yet. Don't thank me yet. He's paralyzed.
Come.
Every nerve, every muscle in his body. He can't talk. He can't turn his head.
Oh. How long he will be like that?
I don't know.
Mad like Pop. Strong like a boy of 20.
He's awake now. You can see him for a few moments.
Dio. Oh mio Dio, come faremo? Ma perché questa disgrazia? Oh Vergine Santa, dammi tu una forza. All right. We go, eh? We go see Papa. Mario, you are the oldest son. You go in first, eh? Come on.
Mama,
Come on.
Mama, he thinks I dropped him.
Papa don't think nothing. You go in first. Avanti.
But, Mama...
Go in. Ma perché fa così?
Where you been?
Walking?
That was sure a dumb thing to do, running off like that.
I couldn't help it. How does he look?
Well, if you ask me, it would have been better if he'd have died.
Don't talk like that.
I saw him. You didn't. He's like a mummy or something.
Shut up.
I tell you, it gives you the creeps just looking at him.
I said shut up.
Look, Buster, it's been a pretty tough night for all of us. But just don't get smart with me because I won't put up with it. You're not that big a bargain. Remember that.
Carlotta, I'm sorry. I couldn't go in to look at him. I knew what I would see in his eyes. Carlotta, I didn't drop him.
Well, who said you did?
His eyes would say I did. Pop. club pop.
I heard you were here, Mario. Welcome home.
I was just picking up a few things. I asked Carlotta, but she was busy.
I went to visit your dad the other day. Did your ma tell you? You know, no one ever accused C.C. Higgins of being a betting man. But I've got a $20 bill that says Signor Gino Petruzio is going to be back up on that trapeze within a year.
Every time I call the hospital, it's always no change.
Oh, don't give me that no change. I saw that old Latin sparkle in his eyes. What's the hurry?
Got lots of things to take care of.
Oh, come on, Mario. Give me a break. I'm not trying to push you, but when are you coming back to work?
Sorry, Mr. Higgins. No more of that for me.
It's been 3 weeks. Every Thursday there's been a paycheck, just like you were still bringing in the customers.
Mr. Higgins, I appreciate...
How long can that go on? Fair's fair, boy. Now, a week from Wednesday, we're moving on to Chicago. I want you and Paul and Carlotta to be with us.
I wouldn't go back on the trapeze if you gave me the whole circus and let me wear a parachute.
Do you know what those doctor's bills are going to be like?
Don't worry. They'll be paid.
Walk out on me and I won't pay them.
Mr. Petruzio? Sit down, sit down. You didn't answer half the questions, Mr. Petruzio.
They're stupid questions. They made me nervous.
These job classification tests are very important. They're an attempt to approach employment on a scientific basis.
Scientific? A sees an airplane flying overhead in a northerly direction. What are you going to get me here? A job watching airplanes?
The idea is to measure intelligence.
You advertise, you get people jobs if they pay. Okay, I got money to pay. I don't want a bunch of stupid tests. I want a job.
Have you done any other kind of work? I mean, besides the circus?
I told you, I've been working on a trapeze since I was 11 years old.
You haven't even answered the questions about education.
Once my mama, she paid a bookkeeper with the circus to teach my brother and me how to read and write.
Frankly, I don't know what to suggest. I mean, it's almost impossible without previous experience of some sort. There might be work as a laborer.
Laborer?
The pay is very good, sometimes as high as $3 an hour.
Hey, mister, I made $400 a week last year. I gotta pay you to get me a job for $3 an hour?
Perhaps you should go back.
Hey, I didn't come here for no tests. And I don't come here for no advice. Carlotta? Carlotta! I thought maybe you... Oh, I don't know what I thought. I just feel rot.
Would you send up a bellboy, please?
I almost visited Papa today. He sure came close. Look what I bought him. Italian cigars. Boy, they're like sticks of dynamite. Does he love them?
And how's he supposed to smoke 'em?
It's just the idea of the thing. Like a peace offering. Like I was thinking about him.
Sit me up.
I bought the cigars And I went down to 6th Street to catch the bus that goes to the hospital. And I would tell the nurse who I was. I'm Mario Petruccio, the oldest son. And I've come to spend an hour with my father. And I would walk right down the hall, no thinking about anything. Right into room 612, and I would pull up a chair. And I'd say, hey, Papa, I bought you some of these lousy cigars so you can stick up the whole place. That's not what I would say. I would drop to my knees and I would say, Papa, say you know I didn't let you fall. Say you know so I can live. I couldn't face it.
Come on in. Right there.
Where are we going?
I'm going.
But you can't.
Watch me.
You can't.
Listen, Buster. It wasn't exactly a bed of roses, even when you were one of the magnificent Petruccios. Go home to Mama, Mario. She'll make you a thick minestrone soup, and everything will be just fine.
Papa was right about you. Papa said you were no good. He was right. Papa was right. No good.
The man at the hotel said you'd probably be here.
Hey, Pete, another.
Mama sent me.
Tell her I'm okay.
She didn't send me to see if you are okay. We need some more money.
Here. Tell her to buy herself 10 pounds fancy chocolates, compliments of her oldest son.
That's all you have?
That's it. That's the whole bankroll.
So what are we supposed to do?
Look, I sent you $100 last week.
That was 2 weeks ago.
What do you want, blood? I tried to get a job.
Me too, I tried. And the mailman still keeps coming around, still with around-the-clock nurses. You should see the bill we got from the specialist who flew out here last month.
Done him a lot of good, huh?
He's alive.
Hey, Paul. What do you want me to do?
Ask me something hard. Call Mr. Rigg in Chicago and tell him we are coming back.
No.
All right. You tell me how we get money.
I get a pain in my stomach just thinking about the trapeze. Besides, what are you talking about? Look at me. I'm out of condition. I'm stale.
The exercise trapeze is still on a practice shed.
It would take me months to get back timing.
Mr. Higgins said we can use it any time we want it.
I can't do it.
You own it to Pa.
I went to Pa. I owe Papa one thing. I only owe Papa one thing. Okay, Papa. Now it's your turn to drop a feet. Papa!
Hey, you fool, what are you doing up there? You drunk?
He caught me. Papa, he caught me.
What are you talking about? Come on down, you're drunk.
I tell you, he caught me. Look. Look at this, the catch bar. For the love of God. He's dead. Isn't he?
Mr. Petruccio? He's certainly not dead. They'll have him down from the examining room any minute now.
Thank God.
You know, it was the strangest thing. I couldn't believe my eyes. He was sound asleep, and then he sort of mumbled something, and then he reached out his arms like that.
Oh, but how could that be? His arms are paralyzed. Well, I called the doctors right away, and they took him right up to the neurosurgical room. Excuse me.
Must have been your imagination. He can't even move his little finger.
Per amore di Dio. Papa.
Papa, Papa.
Explain it? What we can explain is like a grain of sand in the Sahara of the unexplainable. But we do have a talent for fastening labels onto everything we don't understand. But does that lull us into thinking that by giving something a name, we rob it of its mystery? All right. The word to describe what happened to Gino Petruccio is bilocation. The definition? Allowing the body image to show itself and even act at great spatial distances. Now, does that make everything crystal clear? I thought not. But then, wouldn't it be terrifying if everything was known? If there was nothing left for man to discover about his universe or himself.